Hello and welcome. If you're an association executive, you already know just how high the stakes are when it comes to choosing new technology. So today, we're doing a deep dive into a major player, Fonteva. And let me be clear, this is not a sales pitch. This is a consultant's review, designed to help you figure out if this powerful platform is truly the right fit for your organization. Does this hit a little too close to home? You've got member data over here, event registrations over there, and your finances are trapped in some kind of spreadsheet maze. This is the exact chaos that platforms like Fonteva are built to solve. But their approach, well, it's fundamentally different. So let's break it down. Here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a quick overview of what Fonteva actually is. Then we'll get into its core strengths, but also the critical limitations you have to consider. After that, we're going to arm you with the essential questions to ask your own team. And finally, we'll talk about how to pull it all together to make the right call. Okay, let's get right into it. What in the world is Fonteva? And why is it such a hot topic in the association space? Well, the answer really comes down to one single, massive architectural decision they made.
Fonteva is what we call Salesforce-native. Now, this isn't just some fancy integration where two systems talk to each other. No, it means the entire system is built inside of Salesforce. Think of it like this. It's using Salesforce's DNA, its security, its data structure, its constant innovation, as its own foundation. And honestly, this is the single most important thing you need to understand about this platform.
In this analogy, it's the perfect way to picture the difference. A traditional AMS is kind of like a custom-built house. It's beautiful when it's brand new, but keeping it modern requires constant, expensive renovations. Fonteva, on the other hand, is like owning a condo in a brand new luxury high-rise. You get to enjoy all the building's amazing upgrades, the new gym, the better security, the faster internet, but you don't have to manage the construction yourself. When Salesforce innovates, you automatically benefit. And just so you know, these guys aren't a startup. Fonteva was founded by Salesforce experts over a decade ago, and they serve a really substantial client base. Back in 2021, they were acquired by TogetherWork, which is a huge player in member-based software. That move has brought in even more resources and a bigger focus on things like integrated payments. All right, so knowing how it's built, where does Fonteva really, truly shine? Let's dig into its core strengths and the capabilities that make it such a compelling option for a lot of mid to large associations out there. Its biggest strength, without a doubt, is the Salesforce advantage. And that really breaks down into three key benefits for you. First, you get true cloud scalability. The platform can grow right alongside you, from 2,000 members to 25,000, without breaking a sweat. Second, the potential for customization is, well, it's pretty much unlimited. And third, you have way less vendor lock-in, because all your precious data lives in Salesforce's standard structure, not some proprietary database nobody else can touch. And look, don't just take my word for it. This user on Capterra said it perfectly. For organizations that are trying to solve really complex business problems, being able to tap into the full power of Salesforce is an absolute game changer. It transforms your AMS from just a simple database into a truly flexible, strategic tool. Now, this brings us to another huge strength, and one that solves a massive, massive pain point: reporting. You know how it is with most systems. You're either stuck with their canned reports or you're paying a fortune for custom development. Well, because Fonteva just uses Salesforce's native reporting engine, your own staff can build their own reports with a simple drag-and-drop interface. This quote from a G2 review just nails the power of this. I mean, just imagine your team being able to instantly answer a question like, show me all the members from Florida with a specific certification who've attended our last 2 conferences. I mean, that level of on-demand insight can totally transform how you serve your members. Beyond that, Fonteva really excels in a few other key areas. Its event management tools get a ton of praise for being super intuitive and for creating really great-looking event sites. The Salesforce App Exchange gives you access to a massive ecosystem of pre-built integrations, which can save you a fortune on custom work. And it's also got very robust tools for chapter management and incredibly flexible payment processing options. But no platform is perfect, and to give you a really balanced review, we have to talk about the other side of the coin. What are the limitations, and what are the strategic trade-offs you're accepting when you choose a platform that's this powerful? And wow, this user quote cuts right to the chase. The platform's greatest strength, all that flexibility, is also its biggest challenge. This is not a simple set-it-and-forget-it kind of system. It's complex, and as this user warns, having dedicated technical expertise on your staff, or at least having a budget for it, is completely non-negotiable. It's a must. Which, of course, brings us to the cost. you need to be prepared for a pretty significant first-year investment. And that number you see isn't just for the software license. Nope, it reflects the total cost of ownership, which includes the underlying Salesforce licenses, the absolutely critical implementation services, and all of the ongoing support. This is a serious enterprise-level investment. So here's the crucial point. Choosing Fonteva is a series of strategic trade-offs. You are trading away that out-of-the-box simplicity to gain ultimate flexibility. You're trading a super rapid deployment for incredible long-term scalability. And you are trading a lower initial investment for access to Salesforce's constant cutting-edge innovation. Remember, these aren't flaws, they are choices.
And here are a few other specific areas to keep on your radar. Implementation. It's a significant project. You're typically looking at 3 to 6 months, not a couple of weeks. Some users have also reported that the financial and accounting modules can feel a little convoluted. And I'm going to say it one more time, you absolutely must have the technical aptitude in-house or a very strong partner to be successful.
Okay, so now let's turn the lens back on you and your organization. Based on everything we've just talked about, what are the critical questions you need to be asking internally before you even think about scheduling a demo?
First up, the budget reality check. And let's be totally honest here. Can you genuinely afford not just that big initial implementation, but also the $25,000 to $50,000 in ongoing annual costs for support and expertise? If the answer is no, this platform is very likely not the right fit for you.
Second, what's your technical capacity? Do you have a Salesforce admin on your team right now? And if you don't, is there a line item in your budget for a long-term relationship with an implementation partner? A simple yes or no here can honestly be a deal breaker. Third, you have to be really honest about your own complexity. Do you actually have multiple membership tiers and super intricate event workflows and multi-chapter operations? Or are your needs pretty straightforward? You just don't want to buy a Swiss Army knife when all you really need is a screwdriver.
And finally, what's your strategic vision? When you think about your AMS, do you see it as just basic infrastructure, kind of like the plumbing? Or do you see it as a strategic engine that's going to drive innovation and member engagement? Your answer here says everything about whether you're aligned with Fonteva's core philosophy.
And all of this brings us to the final, crucial step, putting it all together to make the right decision for your unique situation. Because this is about so much more than just a list of features and functions. Look, at the end of the day, Fonteva is an incredibly powerful and flexible platform. For the right organization, one with real complexity, a clear strategic vision, and the resources to back it up, it can be absolutely transformative. But for the wrong one, underestimating the investment can lead to a world of frustration. The key is an honest assessment of fit. Does the power of this platform truly match the reality of your organization? That's the question only you can answer.